You remember I said we may or may not pair it with some shrimp? Well, guess what? I got some lemon pepper sauteed shrimp. Now I'll show you how I did that in a future video as well. And you can pair this with, like I said, chicken, shrimp, steak, pretty much any cut of tender beef you want. Hey, what up though, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I just got something super simple, super easy. Listen, it's very hot outside. We don't want to keep on, putting all that heavy stuff in our stomachs. We just want something to eat, something light, something super healthy, and something delicious. So I'm gonna do a summer grilled vegetable salad. And I may or may not pair it with some shrimp or something like that, but you can pair it with shrimp, chicken, beef, steak, anything you choose, turkey, or you can just have the salad by itself. You can also have this salad hot or cold, right? So I got bell pepper. And also, before I continue, check out the full description and the full recipe in the description. I will have the recipe there. So that way we can go ahead and just make this. I got some bell pepper, I got zucchini, I got squash, eggplant, garlic, radishes, mushrooms, balsamic vinegar. And we're just gonna get started. So what I'm gonna start doing now first is just get everything cut, right? And I want you to look and see how I cut this pepper, because we want to leave these sort of in whole pieces if we can help as best as possible. So please pay attention to this part. Instead of cutting either top and head off, we're going to go around. You've seen this in my previous videos before, where I just take the knife and peel around the seed core. That's what I'm about to do now, very carefully. And if you can help it, try not to get any of that flesh membrane, which is the bitter part. You don't want any bitter vegetables, right? Just like that. And I got all that intact. And a little bit, which I did get, and it's going to take nothing to get that off. Just a little bit. And like I said, if you get that part by mistake, just take your knife back in there and take it out. Super simple. And just sitting it off to the side. We're going to finish up for the rest of these. So let's get the squash cut. Just cutting each end off, because we also want to have minimum waste, right? And we're going to cut these in about 1/4 inch steaks, anywhere between 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is, just to make it easier so it won't roll around, I'm going to cut a little bit off the end just so it can stay steady, right? And we're just going to cut these into steaks. Just like that. And we're going to set these off to the side. And I'm going to do the same thing with the squash. I'm going to cut this into the same equal length, which is it'll be a little bit more challenging because it's a, type deal. Ladies, calm down. It's all professional. Just want to point that out. And I got a question. Would y'all be okay if I created an OnlyFans, ladies? Answer in the comments below. Right? Just some steaks. Same thing for the eggplant, right? Just cut the ends off. And as you can see, I got a pretty healthy eggplant. One of my next videos, I'll show you how to select your eggplant. Just peel the hair off. I call it hair, but you know what it is. And just get that, just like that. And we want to treat this the same. We want to cut a small little slither just to make it more manageable so it won't roll around, and just steaks. There is a such thing as a vegan steak, and you're looking at it. Right? And also, I want to point out, don't rush this. Take your time. You get them perfectly even. And right now, what I want to do is just ahead of time prep our radishes. I've already cleaned them. I've already took the roots and stuff off and cleaned them, get all that dirt out from under it. And we want to just do this the same way. Cut either end off. And just slice. So take your 2 fingers and put it behind your middle finger. You're going to use that knuckle as your guide. You're just going to slice very thin. As you can see there. And right into some cold water. So I'm going to get the rest of these chopped up. And we want to just get these in water, and we're just going to place these in the fridge so they can stay cold, keep their color. And as far as the mushrooms, we're just going to keep these whole. I'm going to get these on the grill in a whole state. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this stuff grilled up. So we got the eggplant, got the squash, got the zucchini, got one of each bell pepper. I got the mushroom. Let's get grilling. So our grill. So I've been having it, preheated for about an hour now. So it's nice and hot. And what I want to do, and I just want to point out another note. Instead of coating our vegetables, instead of coating them in oil, we want to brush the grill with oil. So I got some olive oil right here. And I'm going to just all across the grill. Right? Now, there's going to be some hot sides and there's going to be some cooler sides. There's going to be some sides that's a little bit hotter than the rest. We're going to just adjust them as we go. Now, from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying my veg. The reason why I oiled the grill first is because that side of the veg that's on the grill has got contact with the grill can have, oil. So I'm going to start with the eggplant, zucchini, squash, and one of the mushrooms. Now from here, what I'm going to do is we're going to brush this side. And we're going to salt and pepper. Right? Keep in mind, we're only letting this grill for not even a whole minute per side. Like a minute and depending on how thick they are, I'll say no more than a minute and a half per side. We're going to get some nice grill marks. The mushroom's going to take a little longer, so I'm putting those on before I put the bell peppers on. Now we're going to move on to the balsamic glaze. And so all I got here is the balsamic vinegar. And that's going right into a saucepan. And from there, I'm going to take, and I have a link to the description on where you can get a garlic press from. I'm going to tell you something. It's super efficient. If you want to mince some garlic, And even if you're afraid to use a knife to mince it, or if you just want to get it done over and quick, this is a great tool, right? So I'm gonna just put the garlic right in there. And they're easy to clean. They are easy to clean, and we're just gonna press right down in there. And just take a knife and just scrape off. Right? And we're gonna let that reduce by half. Don't need to stir it. Every now and then you will see me, probably just come over here and move it a little bit, but that's about it. Just want to get the remaining of the larger veg off the grill. Got some nice grill marks there. Beautiful. So now I want to get my bell pepper. And just in case you're wondering, you're not going to get as nice of grill marks on the bell pepper, but what we're looking for is a little bit of char. Just some char. And the same like we did the other veg, we're going to go in here and brush the inside of this with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. So we almost there. Almost. Got a little bit of char on these peppers. And I want to keep these fairly crunchy. Got a little bit of char. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, just a little bit. And I got these mushrooms, some nice marks on them. Yeah. That's what we're looking for, just a little bit of char. Almost there. We got that balsamic vinegar glazing down. All right, as you can see, we got some of these vegetables grilled up here, and they grilled. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. Everything's seasoned well. I got some nice grill marks here. I didn't do all the veg. I'm gonna tell you something. Where I live at, it gets super smoky, super fast. There's no ventilation. The smoke detector's constantly going off. I got all my windows open. I got 2 fans going. I just got tired of the smoke detectors going off. So I didn't do all the veg, but I did a nice amount just to show you what we got here. And as far as this, oh, this is super rich. I got that garlic in there. Those little specks, that's not burnt garlic. It's been coated with the balsamic, right? And that's lovely right there. All right. So let's get this plated up. Now, there's a couple ways you can plate this. You can leave them in steaks, or we can cut them up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get a couple of leaves here. Now let's get a red one, right? One of those mushrooms. And I'm gonna just get the rest of this cut up, right? And you remember those radishes that I had? Said reserve, put in the fridge. Still got their color, right? Still got the crunch and they color. And we're just gonna put a few of those around just so for a little bit of extra texture, right? Keeping everything on a plate, obviously. Just a little bit of garnish. That's it. I like that little garlicky kind of hint that a raw radish gives you. Leaves a bite. I like that. Some of that garlic around there. And just a couple more of those radishes just to stand out. And there we got it. There we go. You remember I said we may or may not pair it with some shrimp? Well, guess what? I got some lemon pepper sauteed shrimp. Now I'll show you how I did that in a future video as well. And you can pair this with, like I said, chicken, shrimp, steak, pretty much any cut of tender beef you want, right? And there we go. That's my summer grill veg with shrimp. And like I said, you can eat this either hot or cold. It's totally up to you. And again, the full recipe will be down in the description. I'm gonna leave a link to where I got my garlic press from. I'm pretty much leaving a link to Amazon to all this stuff that I got right here. The plate, the cutting board, the tongs, the saucepan, pretty much everything. The small bowls you'll see. If you want to check it out, just check the description. Everything will be down below. And listen, like I said, let me know how you like this. Comment. When you make this, let me know how you like it. Comment. Leave it in the comments. I want to hear about it. I would love to hear about it. Last thing I want to point out is balsamic vinegar. I did not mention it at the beginning. I forgot. I apologize. But listen, if you're going to be messing with this, make sure to have a fan or 3 fans, all your windows open. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you wake up one day and you stuffy, both your eyes look like somebody done socked you in them, you can't breathe out your nose, put a pot of balsamic vinegar on the stove and boil it. You're going to drain yourself all over the place. You're going to be draining everywhere. Pause. You're going to be draining yourself all over the place. You're going to feel better afterwards. But let's get that out of there. Super delicious. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, I'm about to give me a fork. Don't need a knife. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.